right, we are back with another Prize Picks video. Going to be talking some NBA tonight. We got a whole bunch of games, so should be a bunch of value on the board. But before we get into that, I do want to thank you guys. 2,000 subscribers, now on the road to 3,000. So we just continue to grow. Definitely doing something right over on this channel. So go ahead and subscribe if you are new, with confidence that you're going to get, a daily video, sometimes multiple videos a day when we got a whole bunch of sports going on. So yeah, subscribe, like the video so more people can see it, and comment down below, guys. Let me know, because I've been thinking about it. I know a few of you have mentioned it, about starting a Discord. That's something I'm definitely interested. I want to, create a community where we can bounce ideas, share picks with one another, kind of beyond YouTube. So in this video, definitely let me know down below if a Discord is something you guys are interested in. But let's go over the video picks from last time and then jump into the board. We did have a Kawhi Leonard line here as well. That was a video pick. He didn't get there, not even really close. We talked about his rebounds. He did get that line, but only scored 8 points last night. It was kind of the Paul George and Russell Westbrook show, as they beat the Magic pretty handily. And the Clippers look really good. I wonder how they're going to mesh with Harden coming to town. So, yeah, bad pick there. And then the two Knicks didn't get there for us. Been kind of a weird season for the Knicks. I think they're like 2-2. So riding it out at 500 right now. But, Jalen Brunson hasn't popped off just yet. Julius Randle hasn't popped off just yet. We saw a great Quickly game. So they've really been doing it by committee. And again, I thought Jalen Brunson, a team he played a lot last year, especially in the playoffs, played really well against. Thought he might have his pop-off game to start the year, but didn't get there for us. And then Mitchell Robinson kind of had a timeshare with Isaiah Hartenstein as that Cleveland team, without Jared Allen, went a little smaller than usual. So Randall got there for us with the taco, would have got there without the taco, so the rebounds line was something we really liked. And then Eric Gordon with no Booker and Beal is going to be a go-to for sure for us. Keldon Johnson got there pretty much in just his points pretty early on. So 3 for 6, I guess, with the taco. Again, just trying to improve. Kind of sick of these 50% videos. I can feel that 6 for 6 looming. So let's try to do it tonight. Jump right into the board. I do want to mention, I know it didn't get many views, not as much as the NBA, but if you checked out the second video I posted, it's kind of like a multiple sports line. Ended up going 4 for 5. And this Elias Peterson was probably one of my favorite plays of the night. This 0.5 assist line, he had been killing it, but ended up scoring 3 goals and 0 assists. So unfortunate there, but kind of better picks if you tuned into that second video as well. So definitely keep an eye out if I do post those. But let's jump into the board. Going to start with Brook Lopez here as an early slate game. Going to his 11.5 points, and I'll jump right into the outlier page to kind of show you what I'm thinking. But Brook Lopez going up against Toronto, and he should be playing Poeltl a lot. I think both these guys are going to have to be in the game a decent amount tonight, as they're kind of both their only, big centers. With Poeltl maybe being, maybe Precious Achiuwa is, I guess, the only other big man really playing that spot. Siakam will get some run at the center. And then for the Bucks here, Brook Lopez is definitely their guy. He's been getting a decent amount of minutes workload this year, even with Dame coming to town. Looks like he had 28 minutes, 20 minutes down here, and then 29 minutes. So he'll get around his normal, 29, 30 minutes a game as should. And that's just in 2023. Let's also go to his points here. He has gone over this line in 2 of the 3 games. Again, this is with Damian Lillard in town. But you have to remember, there's no Middleton right now. I believe he's still out. Oh, so maybe he's playing, but there has been no Middleton. And then with Damian Lillard leaving, or getting traded, Drew Holiday did some scoring in that team as well. So I don't think that it's going to affect Brook Lopez's scoring all too much. Middleton might get, more of the bump down with Damian Lillard coming to town. But Brook's going to do his thing, especially, against a team where they need a center. And let's go to the head-to-head. This was last year when he played against the Toronto Raptors with Poeltl. He dropped 26 points, so really, really good game. So I'm liking him to replicate that tonight. Again, I kind of talked about him and Poeltl probably having to play a bunch tonight, just kind of matching up together. They're going to have someone, bodying up with Brook Lopez. And if he has a 3-point line, that's also something I'd look at. Not a team that gives up a whole bunch of threes in this Toronto team, but we know Brook likes to shoot it. Looks like he's got two made threes per game so far this year, and shooting about 4 attempts per game. So I like Lopez tonight. He plays well against Poeltl, And again, I think they're both going to have to play a decent amount. So that's my pick for the Bucks. And then kind of talked about him, but I'm going to Poeltl here. Going to do a different line, though. We're going to be looking at, I spelled his name wrong. We're going to be looking at his points and rebounds. Someone that kind of started off the year, I guess want to say slow, had a game or two with some foul trouble, but 16.5 points and rebounds. I'm really, really liking there. A guy that can, rip down double-digit rebounds, can score 15 points for you if you need it. And again, hasn't really had that total breakout game, but looked a lot better in his last matchup. So let's just open up his page here. Toronto. Got to get to his points. There's his points. Oh no, we're going to have points and rebounds. Points and rebounds right here. It's looking like it's minus 120 odds, so the odds are really liking that. 2023 as a whole, he's gone over in 2 of the 4 games. I did mention one of these games, or at least one of these games, he had foul trouble. Yeah, he fouled out in this Chicago game, so that, obviously hurt his minutes, hurt his gameplay, only 18 minutes in that one. But again, against a big team that has Giannis, that has Brook Lopez, Poeltl is definitely going to need to play a decent amount here. So I'm liking his chances to gobble up some rebounds. It's actually plus money on the under here, so another reason that we're looking at the over. And then, again, he's done this a decent amount. Last 20 games, he did this in 13 to 20 games. So really, really liking what he's capable of doing. And I think this slow start of the season's given us a little discount on his line. So Poeltl and Brook Lopez matching up together today, and I'm liking both of them for it. So let's go to our next one. Kind of try to stay chronological here. Let's go back to Ausar Thompson. Played him a few times, his rebounds line. I think he's hit it literally every single game. His rebounds is creeping up slowly but surely, and it's at 9.0. But I'm going to go to his rebounds and assist line. This was at 18.5 earlier. I'm going to stick with it and go with a 19.5. The biggest news on this one, so honestly just looks pretty solid altogether, but no Jalen Duren, or at least it's looking like that. He didn't participate in shoot-around, and during the practice, Marvin Bagley had a starter's penny on. So looking like Bagley will get the start. Bagley can definitely, score a decent amount and grab some boards, but Duren's been gobbling up a lot of that stuff. So let's just open up Ausar Thompson's page. I'm sure if you've been betting, or at least following this channel, we kind of know what he's been doing so far this year. Definitely one of the more enticing rookies to bet on in this young season. Rebounds and points. I can never find their lines here. So it looks like he's got it in last 2 games straight. And again, with Duren potentially being out of this one, it's looking like he's going to be out. I think he's still a game time decision. Let's see if we got some updates. Questionable for Wednesday due to an ankle injury. Didn't participate in more zero down. So yeah, that's what I saw earlier. But I think he potentially doesn't play, but he can get there if he does play anyway. But if he doesn't, this is looking really, really good. And again, if he does, I think he could potentially still get there. So Ausar Thompson, if you got this at 18.5, bravo to you. But we're going to still take it at 19.5. Next up, let's go to our first under of the day. Just going chronological here. Trey Young. I'm not going to his points. I think he could score a decent amount of points tonight. But I'm actually going to go to my first free throws line for the season. Free throws is something I love to take advantage of. I'm also just realizing, I don't know what's going on with their code here, but that could be confusing for people. I'm going to go to his free throws made at 7.5, and we're going under. Something might be scary to some people. We know that he's kind of a foul merchant here. He's done it. He's gone over this and really close. 2 of the 4 games he's played so far. But the Wizards are pretty disengaged, I want to say, on defense. And they just don't play, like they have no rim protector. Their only big man, I guess, is pretty much Daniel Gafford. And then it's Kuzma. Like it's not a whole bunch of big man rotations going on down there. So not a lot of rim protection. And Trey might just get to the rack at ease. And this team, just quickly running up here. Let's see if I can find it. Shooting defense. Let's go to free throws made per game. I know it is very early on, but 8.3 free throws made for the entire team against the Wizards. So Trey's line being at 7.5, that's looking really good to me, and it makes a lot of sense with not a whole lot of rim protection on that team. So Trey might have a great night, but I'm going to fade his free throws here, just going up against, the team that doesn't give up a whole lot of free throws. And it's not because they're doing something right. I think it's just because they're not protecting the rim. But yeah, Trey Young, 7.5 free throws. We're going under here. Next up, let's get 2 more in here. Lauri Markkanen, is that the next one up? No, actually, it's going to be Lauri Markkanen be next. We'll talk about Michael Porter Jr., another guy we've been going to at his rebounds line. It dropped a whole bunch because he got 1 rebound here last game. He's also going up against a tough kind of matchup in Minnesota. But he's been absolutely killing it. 12 rebounds, 13 rebounds, 9 rebounds, and then 1 rebound against Utah. But it was a game that he only played very, very few minutes. I want to say 18 at the most. Let's go check out his page and kind of see why I'm getting a discount here, I guess. But let's go to his rebounds page. 2023. Let's go to rebounds. So looks like they got it at 6.5. The DVig odds are actually giving us minus money on the 6.5. We do have a lot of push potential at that 6.0 line, but we obviously have seen what he's done so far this year. Yeah, 18 minutes against Utah in a game that he picked up 3 early fouls. I want to say, yeah, he had 3 early fouls in this one that limited his first run. So didn't really get a whole lot of momentum going in that one. So really, really liking Michael Porter Jr. in this spot based on what I've seen him do this year. And he's been getting decent minutes for us, yeah, up to almost 30 minutes a game. And when he gets that many minutes, this 6.0 line, he's going to crush for sure. Even going up against Minnesota, that doesn't give up a whole bunch of rebounds, but he's one of their best rebounders on the team. So MPJ over 6.0 rebounds. And then Lauri Markkanen, we're going to go to his 10.5 rebounds and assists line. Just realizing, taking a lot of bigs today and liking the rebounds line. So Lauri Markkanen, where's your, should be 10.5. There it is. 10.5 rebounds, WBR / back crunchy thing, assists. Over 10.5 rebounds, assists. Let's go see what his page is looking like. Obviously, Lauri can get that just by rebounding alone. I want to say that Walker Kessler hasn't had a great start to the year in terms of rebounding just yet. And John Collins is there now. But in 2023, so far this year, he's crushed this line or gone over at least in 3 of the 4 games. In terms of the head-to-head matchup as well, I kind of like that too. Jaren Jackson Jr., not a big rebounder over there in Memphis, and no Steven Adams, so liking it even a little bit more. We can see these numbers are finally starting to kind of incorporate last year a little bit and this year. So we're seeing Green in both rebounds and assists against this Memphis team, who's depleted. No Ja, no Steven Adams. So yeah, I'm liking Lauri in this spot. The money's liking it at minus 125. So that's going to finish up our 6. So let's go over it really quickly. I know this video is a little bit longer, but hopefully we see some success and go 6 for 6 would be sweet. Brook Lopez over 11.5 points. Jakob Poeltl over 16.5 points and rebounds. Those guys are matching up tonight against each other, so hopefully they play a decent amount. Both teams that kind of don't have another option at the big man spot, especially this Toronto team having to deal with Brook Lopez and Giannis. Should see a lot of Poeltl. Ausar Thompson, potentially no Jalen Duren tonight would be awesome. Over 19.5 points and rebounds. Trey Young going up against a disengaged team in Washington that doesn't foul a whole bunch. So under 7.5 free throws made. Michael Porter Jr., 6.0 rebounds. Really, really liking that spot for him. And then Lauri Markkanen, 10.5 rebounds and assists. So that will do it for this video. We got 6 picks. Try to go 6 for 6. It would be sweet. Always let me know if you're going to tail these picks. If you don't like one of these picks, let me know. Try to change my mind in the comments down below. And if you love these picks, let me know as well. Also, Discord, if you want that community to start growing there, if that's something you guys would be interested in, definitely let me know in this video. But yeah, as always, like the video so more people can see it. Let's try to get this over 100 likes. It would be sweet. And subscribe if you're new. Continuing to grow on the road to 3,000. But that's going to do it. Hopefully make a lot of money tonight, guys. Peace out.